I'm using a 5mm crochet hook scissors and some darning needles. So starting off by making a magic circle. You put an X around your fingers, pull through, pull up a loop, and then chain 2 more. And then I'm going to do 2 double crochets into the magic circle. And then after that I'm going to chain 2 and then do 3 double crochets, magic circle, chain 2, and then do that twice more to get you the square. So 3 double crochets, chain 2, and then I'm just pulling it, and then I'm gonna slip stitch right into there to close up our square. I'm then going to slip stitch into the next stitch and then chain 1, and then I'm going to do 8 double crochets into this corner. After the 8 double crochets, I'm going to chain 1 and do 1 single crochet in the next corner, chain 1, do 2 single crochets into the center, chain 1, and do another 2 single crochets, and then chain 1 after those 2 single crochets. Then I'm going to do 1 single crochet into this corner, chain 1, and then I'm going to do 8 double crochets into this next corner. I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to slip stitch into this center part, and then I'm going to chain 1, cut my string, and tie off, and then that's our heart. I'm going to pull tightly on the string, and then with my second color I'm going to slip stitch into that first pointy part of the heart, and then I'm going to do a single crochet in the next one. This is back loops only, and I'm going to do a half double crochet into the next loop, back loops only for all of these, double crochet into the next loop, and then the next one will be a triple crochet. After this triple crochet I'm going to chain 2. All of this is in the back loops only. After the chain 2 I'm going to do a double crochet. After the double crochet I'm going to do a half double crochet, and then in the next 4 stitches in the back loops only I'm going to do single crochets in the next 4. After those single 4 crochets I'm going to chain 2 and do another 4 single crochets in the back loops only, and then I'm going to do a half double crochet into the center stitch, and then the next 4 single crochets back loops only, chain 2, and then the next 4 single crochets back loops only. After that I'm doing 1 half double crochet, a double crochet, chain 2, and then 1 triple crochet, 1 double crochet in the next, 1 half double crochet, and finally a single crochet into that last one, back loops only, and then I'm going to slip stitch into that first stitch that we made. Okay guys, so after slip stitching into that stitch, we're going to chain 3, and then we're going to do 2 double crochets into that same part that we slip stitched, and then after those 2 double crochets we're going to chain 1 and then do 3 double crochets into this corner. Since it's a corner we do 3 double crochets, chain 2, and then another 3 double crochets. So that's what you see me doing right now, the chain 2, then 3 double crochets. After this I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Into that 4th stitch I'm doing 3 more double crochets, and then after those 3 double crochets chain 1. Gonna find this next corner, and then since it's a corner do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and then I'm just doing this all the way around. I'm counting 1, 2, and then to the 3rd one I'm putting the 3 in, and then the next corner doing 3 double crochets, chain 2, and I'm slip stitching to start the next row. I'm going to slip stitch into these 2 stitches, and then in this gap I'm doing 1 slip stitch and then chain 3 and another 2 double crochets. Then the next portion is a corner, so 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and I'm just going to repeat that entire pattern around the square where I do 3 double crochets in a space of 1, and then 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets in the corner, and we end up with this. So I'm just slip stitching to end this color, chain 1, and then I'm cutting my yarn to tie off, and I'm going to be attaching my next color in the corner. Since this is a corner, I'm chaining 3, and then I'm doing 2 double crochets because a chain 3 counts as 1, and then I'm doing chain 2 and another 3 double crochets since this is a corner. And in the next space and the other spaces, I'm going to do 3 double crochets, and then in the corners, I'm doing 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and I'm just doing that all the way around. And like I said in the previous video, I'm linking the YouTube video that I used for these granny squares. I tried uploading a slower paced video, however TikTok would not let me and I was having trouble, so I had to make all of these videos fast paced. I apologize for that. So yeah, just continuing this pattern all the way around. And we're finished with the white, so I'm just going to slip stitch into our first stitch, chain 1, and then I'm going to tie off. And then this is our first granny square. Okay guys, after completing 5 squares, I'm forming them in a plus sign shape and I'm having my hearts face out because I want them to be all in the same direction when I put them together. And when we put them together, they're going to be the same side facing, and it's going to be the pretty side, ugly side out. And I attached my yarn by tying it and then slip stitching, and you're just going to slip stitch all across every single stitch, just slip stitch. And then I'm showing you how I attach the rest. I don't cut off my string. I just attached the next square to the current one, and then so on and so forth until I've connected all 5 squares to each other in a plus sign. They are all now connected, and now I'm tying off finally, and now I'm gonna connect them on their individual sides, as you can see right here. So this one you are going to have to tie off after each and every one. But yeah, it's the same way as the other ones. You tie a knot at the corner and then slip stitch into every stitch. Then after you're done with each side, you're gonna tie off and then start the next side. And here we are. It's like a little square, and you flip it right side out, and it's like the shell. Okay guys, we're going to work on the brim. I'm going to insert my third color, the cream color, and I'm going to slip stitch into this stitch. I'm going to chain 3, and then I'm going to do another double crochet into this same stitch. And this row all around, we're doing 2 double crochets all around to give us that curly effect that you've seen in the previous video. I'm coming down to the end here, and I'm doing 2 double crochets in the final stitches each, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the first stitch we made here. I'm going to chain 3, and then I'm going to do 2 double crochets into the next stitch. For this row, we're going to do 1 double crochet, and then the next stitch is 2, and then 1 double crochet, and then the next stitch is 2. So it's just going to be 1 2 1 2 1 2. And here I am finishing off that final row in cream, and I'm tying off. So here we are. The first one we did 2 double crochets in each one. The second one it was 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1, etc. Now I'm tying on my green color, and we're doing 1 single crochet in each stitch all around, and this is just gonna give us that cute little border color. And then I'm slip stitching into the first stitch, and I'm tying off. I'm so sorry. I'm tying off because we're done. We made our hat. We're done. However, we have all of these strings, so I'm just showing you an example on how you weave them in. You put in the darning needle, and then you just weave it into the other stitches that are on the inside. And then, as you can see, we have all of these other stitches, and once we weave it in, we could cut it off, and you're gonna do the same with the rest of these strings. It sucks, I know. And here's our bucket hat.